Hello, welcome once again. This presentation is presented by Uplatz. So I am continuing from the previous session where I explain you that what is core web vitals, and in this there are three major sections. One is LCP means largest contentful paint. Second is FID, first input delay, and third is cumulative layout shift, CLS. So in my previous session, I explain you what they are exactly and what's its effect on the ranking. So my major portion was uh, engaged to explain what they are exactly. And in this session, I will explain you its effect and how to overcome from this problem. The majorly effect is user experience. The core web vitals are mainly analyzed on uh, mobile. They are not so uh, engage themselves in the analysis on the laptop or desktop. They give in the suggestion on the basis of mobile because gradually the people those are using the internet by the mobile phones are increasing, and laptop and desktop is are become the part of office work only. And during the office time, people will not search or visit the website as frequent as they are on the mobile phones. So entire analysis is actually based on the mobile. And even you can see this slide is also showing about the mobile device and the activity. So LCP stands for the largest contentful paint. Means if your website is having some heavy images, some animation, and some or some video in the first fold, then whatever the time it will take is considered as the LCP. According to the Google, less than 2.5 second is very good time. Above the 2.5 second to 4 second is need some improvement because might be user skip, and more than 4 second is really need your high attention because as a user if you think that uh, a page is taking too much time, that website taking, then you also skip from the web page. That's because the less time is more suitable. Now you have or you can ask a question that how it is related with the ranking. Ranking having more than 200 factors, and its major part is user experience. Means if your site is ranking well on the top three position or first, second, or third, anywhere, but Google noticed that the users are not satisfied with your landing page. Yeah, one more thing that I need to make it clear that LCP is not for the website, means for complete website. It's individual segment for a particular landing page. So if Google is noticed that user who seen your page loaded on search engine with any suitable keywords and not satisfied with your landing page, and user came back to the search and search any similar kind of the query and open another website other than your, then it is a negative feedback for your website. And this is the prime segment of the ranking. Means Google has noticed that Either the keyword is not suitable for your landing page, means the page is load there, or keyword and content is same, good, fine, but still user experience is not good for your website. And this is on the basis of page opening criteria, means how much time your page is taking to load. So if your LCP is high, means more than 4 seconds, Google notice with the help of user experience, then they start dropping your web page from the SER. This is very fundamental thing that you need to know before proceeding. So I have you all are clear that how LCP or core web vitals are directly related with the ranking factor. Now here you can ask a question that okay, you told us problem, you told us its effect, but what are the solutions? One primary solution is uh, you take a very good hosting, good bandwidth, but absolutely it is little bit expensive. Second option, you can use CDN for the images, you can use UT for videos, avoid animation in the first fold. This entire theory is regarding the first fold. If any content, anything is in the second fold, then it is not associated with the LC. So take care of the first fold one. Everyone is know that one image is sufficient to explain 1,000 words exactly. That's because most of the time SEOs as well as website designer developer place a very beautiful, attractive, creative, and animated event and a brief or brief explanatory image in the beginning of the page so that in a first glimpse a user can understand what is exactly about the page. But due to the LCP, if image takes a long time, then it can drop the ranking. And I'm sure that no one is going to lose the ranking just because of a single image. So what we do, we start with some images, try to avoid. We start with the content. Or if we need images, then what we do? We use CDN or any kind of the other third party tool that can help us to handle this situation better than. In previous lecture, I also explained you that where you can see the effects of core vital. So here it is the place from where you can see the impact core vital wave inside the search console. And in this, you can see that on mobile, 649 URLs need improvement. None of them is good view. While in the desktop, all 649 URLs are poor URL. But where we need to give our focus, we need to give our focus on the mobile section. So simply you go to the open report and on the open report, you click on this. Here you find issues longer than 2.5 seconds, mobile, not this. And here you find that this is the page. And if you click on this, then you find that time is only 2.6 seconds. That's need improvement because it's more than this is the average. While here, this page is this time, this page. So from here, you can easily understand that this is the time period for a particular URL. Now, other than this, what kind of the changes your page is required, you can utilize this one. Let me on any one page to explain you. Let me go to this. I gone to this page and I check its speed. This is the tool by Google and it helps us to understand the things very clearly, means which section required which kind of the changes, so that we can engage our designer or developer to perform the activities and make our page better than before. Sometimes it is problem, but no worry. From here, you can easily take that this is the page, this is the mobile version, and this is the desktop version. Mobile is more faster in comparison to desktop. Okay, just because of the AMP pages. So from here, you can easily find out that where is the exactly problem. You see that this is the 26 performance time. This all the things. As you go beyond, now reduce initial server response time, reduce unused JavaScript, and if you click at here, you find that theme plugins and server specification are contributed to the server response time. So you can explain these all the things to your developer, and developer can easily manage the things. So there is no need to worry about the solution. Solution is already in your organization, the developer who can handle it. So it's not a very big deal, but yes, you should know from where you can check the core vital web issues. So majorly core vital web is important because the rest of the 2 points are based on this. Suppose if we are talking about the this first one, where is this? Now first input delay. First input delay. What is first input delay? As you know, I told you that if there is a button or there is a link on which you click, and after click any action is going to perform, then how much delay it there to perform that action. Suppose if you are clicking on a link and a new web pages need to open, then how much time taken to open a new? If there is a submit button or any kind of the button, then how much time it take to perform or complete the action? This. So for this, we need to regarding pages, we come to this part. If this is very accurately, then our page will open. And for the pages, this is the again the part of development that you explain to your person that let's use the JavaScript. Suppose in so many pages there is a long drop down. There are one or two drop down. There is a calendar. There are so many other that actually make that web page more heavy. So as much as your page is heavy, it will take longer time to submit the data. So make form very quick, very short, and very effective. Less things you need to uh, put by the third party tools. So this is the very fantastic thing. Third one is the cumulative layout shift. I hope so many times when you are going to open a website and you seen there are some buttons, those are clickable, and pages taking time to load. But when you are going to click, it replaced from that particular section. It is not only for the button, it is for the image, it is for the AdSense also. It is so many things are covered in this area. So Google actually very key because it is dissatisfaction of a user who are going to engage with your web page. Means the person who had to click on a particular button or particular image or particular thing, but when they gone to perform the action, it replaced from that particular place and any other things were there. So this kind of the discrete situation is actually very disappointing for a user and they don't love this. Means this is again the situation they close your website and move to another website with the same query, sir. So these 3 points are actually web vitals. Why they called web vitals? Because they decide the performance based on user experience. Everything is based on the user experience, but on the basis of user experience, Google decide the performance of particular web page. So I think it is clear to all of you that what is core web vitals. So these are actually web vitals. LCP means largest contentful page. FID first input delay, and CLS means cumulative layout. You can see that here. The person is going to put its finger here and hoping that something is clickable here. But when the person is clicking, the person find anything else. The things that they want to click is disappeared actually. So this is actually very disappointing. So in this way, these three things are completed here, and I hope you had enjoyed the entire session. Again, some very specific uh, definition that I'm going to explain you. Largest content full paint means LCP measure how long it take to load the largest image or block of text in the viewport. Viewport means first port. Mainly, it is associated with the pictorial representation, image, video, or animation, because the long content is actually not take too much part. It's only image that's in the MB, while text is in the KB. So it is not actually for the text. But okay, um, they explain this because so many times we make our font size very decorative. We put some different kind of the font property, or we reduce the size, we change the size, we decorate the font, and due to that decoration the font size is high. Or maybe that font size is not actually supported by some browsers. That's because it very disturbed, and it is also the part of dissatisfaction of a user. So it should be very careful that you always utilize a common font with some CSS. Okay. First input delay FID measure how long it take for a browser to respond when a user engages with a page. I button click or tap. Button click means submit button, any kind of the button. Tap means some links. So this is again dependent on the first one, because as much your page is efficient, it will be open. And if there is a form kind of the things, then uh, less use of JavaScript, calendars, drop down. This can you can avoid these to reduce the size. Cumulative layout shift measure visual stability to determine whether there is a major shift in the content on a screen while elements are loaded. So it's, I think, clear to you that uh, if someone is going to click on a particular place, and when it put their finger, it disappears. So this actually very disappointing for a user. So all these things are very important for uh, a good digital marketer, SEO person, to know that how to avoid these three web vitals and make your website efficient, search engine prone, and healthy. Have a great day. I love to explain you this season, and I hope you will uh, love to take interest to understand uh, core web vitals to make your work more efficient. Thank you.